Hey, welcome to one of the last episodes of Chad's Beer Reviews. It's been a while since I wore this shirt, and it's been a while since I had that logo made. Man, my hair has really receded since then. Anyways, got a really special beer for one of the last reviews. One of my all-time favorite beers, but aged in bourbon barrels. This is Oskar Blues Ten Fidy Imperial Stout, aged in bourbon barrels, barrel aged. A big can too. It's like almost 20 ounces, 19.2. And it was canned 11 months ago. It's at this beer store right down the street from my apartment, but it was like in their big, huge refrigerated section. If it was in there for the last year, it should be pretty good. If not, it should still be pretty good. Hopefully. We'll see. All right, so with no further ado, let's just start diving in on the aroma. Yeah. Big, huge, like black licorice, a little bit of a sour grape on here. Just like chocolate syrup. It's like almost like dark chocolate syrup or like baker's chocolate. It does not smell like super sweet. I mean, huge, dark malt base on there, getting a lot of fruity character on here. What's interesting for a bourbon barrel aged beer, and unfortunate, is that the wood character is not quite prominent. I mean, there's definitely a woody quality there. I will say that. So a little bit of bourbon on there, but it's not like KBS, CBS, and a lot of other ones where like the bourbon is front and center. But again, this can is a year old, so I mean, who knows what could happen in a year. Yeah, so tiny little bit of the toasted coconut or, just the vanilla kind of character that you get from bourbon barrel. But otherwise, I mean, just as an imperial stout alone, it smells great. The bourbon barrel is a little less than I would prefer, but otherwise it's certainly on point. I'm going to go 10 out of 12 on this one. Appearance, classic, imperial stout, one of the darkest beers I've ever seen. Big, 3-4 finger foam on there. Even the foam on this is one of the darkest I've seen. I think only Marshall Zukov is lighter. So an imperial stout, it should be that dark, and the lacing sticking around, and it's like 12.9 ABV. Where'd it go? 12.9, and that head is still sticking around. All right, so I'm gonna drink this whole 12.9 by myself. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, it tastes pretty much exactly like it smells. I haven't had Ten Fidy in a while. Kind of forgot what it tastes like. I mean, it's a solid, 2-spec imperial stout. In fact, I think it's one of the listed examples under 20C in the guidelines. So yeah, just everything that should be there is there. Just huge dark malt base. Pretty fruity. And the dark fruit, a little bit is a sour grape, but also plenty roasty and chocolatey. So just big. It's like dark chocolate on here. And then the bourbon and the wood character from the barrel are a bit more subtle than like a KBS or CBS or Goose Island or something like that. So not much in the way of that woodiness until it's coming down in the finish. Then like you get the heat from the alcohol, and also like the wood, the vanilla, slightly toasted, almonds or something like that. And just like with the clean, slightly spicy alcohol, all works together really well. Got a lot of like a black licorice flavor on here, almost like a German chocolate cake kind of a taste to it. All that chocolate, it could be from the bourbon on here. Yeah, but so like the plenty of roasted malt on here, so it's not burnt at all, which is good. But so it's more like in the fruity kind of a flavor. I would not say that this tastes like coffee. It's more like baker's chocolate or semi-sweet chocolate or dark chocolate, whatever you want to say. After a year in the can, the hops have mellowed out. I mean, it's not to say that it's like sickly sweet and cloying. It's not. It's still fairly well balanced. The alcohol adds a little bit of a spice to it, just like almost like a. It's funny because it's bourbon age, and there was a rum barrel age. Yeah, so pretty sweet throughout the whole thing. Just lots of chocolate, some vanilla on the finish, the bourbon, natural woody flavor. And it's not the best bourbon barrel aged stout I've ever had. I will say that it's one of the better ones for sure, because I've had a lot of bourbon barrel aged imperial stouts that are only, like they're very amateurish. This type of beer has to be done really, really well, and Oskar Blues has done it well. So, as a specialty wood aged beer, it's on point. As an imperial stout, it's on point. I kind of wish it was fresh. A lot of people prefer aged version. I will say that the alcohol on it is very mellow, which is nice. But I kind of prefer I sacrifice the mellow alcohol for like stronger hops and just a stronger overall palate. It's not oxidized though, which is nice. All right, so how to score on flavor? Yeah, I mean it's certainly on point for the style, and I like it a lot. It's not quite blowing my top off, but I'm gonna go pretty high. I think in 17 or 18. Let's say 17. Mouthfeel. Now this is what I want an imperial stout to literally feel like. That is full-bodied, full-bodied beer. Very, very chewy, luscious, creamy texture, very, very smooth. But I put the mouthfeel, so like full mouthfeel, and the carbonation is, I'd probably put it about moderate, maybe moderately low, because it kind of helps with the smoothness and the creaminess, but it's not so low that it feels flat or anything. It's almost like it's on nitro. 12.9 ABV. I would never know this. I'm just sucking this right down. Certainly there is some alcohol warmth here, but it just combines with the bourbon character from the barrel, and also just the huge presence of the beer. So it's working with it. I mean, 12.9. If you're not getting alcohol, then either that number is a lie, or you got superpowers or something. So mouthfeel. That's an awesome mouthfeel for the style. I'm gonna go full 5 out of 5. Overall impression, I think this I could kind of go 9 or 10 on this one. I mean, to spec, it's like a 10, but I'm enjoying it at about a 9. So I don't know. It's kind of like a coin toss. It's been a while since I gave something a 10, so I'm gonna go 10 out of 10 on this. That is a total score of 45 out of 50. It's actually kind of a low 10, but it is still a 10. So it's like an A instead of an A+. Not quite a Hall of Fame beer, but it's a candidate. Maybe a second run ballot or whatever they call it. All right, so there you go. 45 out of 50 for Oskar Blues Bourbon Barrel Aged Ten Fidy. Again, this can was a year old, so maybe it could be, mishandled, or just, I prefer fresh beer over aged beer, even with 12.9 ABV Imperial Stout. All right, so we only got two reviews left to go, and then I am out of here. So thanks for watching, and I will see you real soon. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.